Hey guys, it is Rachel Feldman. I am so excited to be here with Joy and to talk to Joy about what the Done For You programs have done for her, how they've helped her in her business to, either, skyrocket it or take it to a different level. So I'm even interested to hear like what they've done for you, how even you found out about them, and what you would say to other coaches. So thanks for taking time out today to be here. Um, totally appreciate it. So first, tell me, what have the Done For You programs done for you?
It has provided me with a completely done for cleanse that I've been able to just turn around and offer to people in my community. It's been fantastic. It's great because it's when I just did the one in the winter time, we had folks that were just local. I just approached a gal who lives next door to me and does a boot camp, and through her and also through my current yoga students, we were able to have a nice community cleanse. And then I had a couple people that were working through it online as well. So it's been fantastic.
And so I love that you even brought that up because for me, when I first created this, or created actually the first cleanse, I think it was like 14 seasons ago. I used it in my I used it in my one-on-one practice and I used it offline. Like people always think Done For You programs or programs, I have to do it online. And I'm always like, no, oh my God, you have these awesome communities. I actually at one point had women in my kitchen, literally like with, I was making soups with them. We were making salads. They were like, what do you mean make a quick detox meal in 15 minutes? I'm like, just because you have a recipe doesn't mean you have to follow it. This is like detoxing your life and, your emotions. And so that community gathering was so awesome to have. So I love that you brought that up. So can you even tell me, like, when you actually did the programs and you did them locally, how did you even approach somebody? And what did you actually say? Because I think that's a big thing that coaches get so hung up on. Like, okay, I've got this program. Like, what do I do with it? And then they don't do anything with it.
Right, right. I'm really excited that it's whole foods based because I think that there are a lot of cleanses and detoxes out there that are very supplement rich, shake rich.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that what's really lacking with that is that people then don't learn how to make foods that they can continue to eat and
Yeah.
come to, in times of convalescence or of other times where they want to, nourish their bodies a little bit more. So in speaking to my yoga students and even online, putting that out there and making that a big thing, I think that really seemed to draw a lot of people because it was empowering for them.
Well, and a lot of people always said to me, like, so are these meals that like a family could eat? And I always say, it just depends on where you are at the level of clean eating. Some people come from, eating bread every day and cheese and dairy and all of this. And when I first created these programs, it was really, I had so many food sensitivities. And how I got better and really figured out like what was the right thing for me, not just clean eating, like what was really right for me was to sit there and like food diary. What was my food? But also to have that aha moment where it was like, it's just not about the food on the plate. It's, working on like lifestyle changes and working on so much of what is taught in that guide, even for my one-on-one clients, like, sometimes I don't even take somebody through the whole thing. I'm just like, here, we're going to focus on skin brushing. I'm going to teach you the things that I do and like get to know why you want to eat seasonally. Like just the most basic things that I think sometimes we overlook.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me why you feel like this program, I don't know if you've bought other programs or anything, but tell me what you feel like separates this program or why it feels in such alignment.
Because I felt that it was very user friendly. I mean, it was,
Nice.
I think the recipes were.
I'm like, score! Wow, that's awesome.
Well, it's, again, sometimes you get something, and even if it is all put together nicely, you still have recipes that are very complex and
Mm-hmm.
time consuming, and, you can't just bang it out, and
Yeah.
I just did a bunch of batch tasking where I just one day before just did a bunch of stuff, had it all ready to go, didn't have to think about it. The shopping list I think is phenomenal because it puts it all together and just lets you know everything that you can expect to purchase, and then get it all ready, and prepare all your food beforehand. So yeah, and I have young kids too, and the I think it's just a great example. Of course, my kids are super dairy rich, and
Yeah.
trying to kind of move off that stuff. But it's not uncommon that my 2.5-year-old will have like 3 yogurts for dinner.
Yeah. I mean, and I love that you say that because, as health coaches, like my daughter went last night, there was like a food truck revolution thing here. And
Great.
she was like, I need to have that ice cream. And I was like, you know what? She eats like pretty healthy, and you know what? She can have that ice cream, and she actually does well with yogurt. Like I've taken it away, and she does well. And I think, as coaches, it's not about a this or a that. Like it's about what you even said. It's that empowering place of saying, here, this is applicable in life.
Yeah.
This isn't like crazy. And one of the reasons that I fell in love with Alana's Pantry so many years ago, when there weren't really any online recipes, is I was like, wow, she's got like 5 ingredients. I can do 5 ingredients. Give me 20, I'm a little freaked out.
Right.
Give me too many processes, I can't handle that. 5, cool. And that was how I always, thought of the recipes, like what's really easy. And what's easy if somebody's traveling, that they could say, oh, okay, so here's a simple salad. What could I, if I'm traveling, kind of replicate that? Or if I'm eating out, or if I have an event, so I love that.
Yeah, no, it's again, I think that Ayurvedically speaking, of course, because you have like the body brushing, using the dry brushing, and with the tongue scraping, and that comes after my own heart, so I
Me
love
too.
that. And because it's all seasonally,
Yeah.
Too, I think it's wonderful. That's why I love it. But when you individualize it and people can explore and be curious about what they're eating, and just seeing after the end of the program, feeling how they're actually tolerating meal times better, what their energy levels are like, because cookie cutters, it's just it doesn't work, and I think it's just amazing when people can learn that about themselves and then really step into their blueprint, really.
Well, and I think that's what's so beautiful, and what I say to coaches all the time, like, don't be scared to coach, because honestly, like the book on the shelf isn't working for anybody. It may be a great read, and we might like get snippets, but the reason that we need coaches, and we need coaches to be out there doing the kind of work that we're doing, is to remind people like it's not cookie cutter. And you really do need to, we need to get empowered as just people, like what really works for us. And there isn't this one size fits all. And, can you even speak to kind of, a lot of people, I think when they see the programs, they think, can I change things? Can I add my own stuff? So I love that you brought up the Ayurvedic aspect. Like, did you make that more a part of what you brought to the table, and accentuated, the existing program?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of the basic recipes were used with coconut oil anyway, which I would have done, but
yeah.
So that was. But adding either coconut shredded, or adding different spices, the cumin or coriander, or just putting different spices in it just to make it more settling for me, as based on my dosha and the Ayurveda constitution. So and there were certain some juices I do well on, others I don't. Some smoothies I totally just love, and other ones just leave me flat, and so just experimenting with that, I definitely found that I was able to find the ones that were my go-to, that I loved, and just really worked well for me.
Well, and that's what I always say to coaches. I'm like, you can do nothing with it and literally launch, or you can even add in your special sauce of your niche, and
Mm-hmm.
really also guide your clients in, whether it's an online community or face to face, like, hey, this is where I take this to the next level because this is kind of more my niche.
Right, exactly.
So can you, before we even end, can you kind of speak about the forum and what, what that is like? Because I think people think, oh, well, I'm in a forum, and okay, so does Rach ever pop in, or are there other coaches actually, making suggestions and supporting each other? So can you speak? I mean, this is why I selfishly created the forum, because I was like, I need people who are like me in one place. But can you talk about the kind of support that you see in the forum?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. You are there. I mean, I knew that you were there every morning. And I knew when you would pop on, because I think we have a similar schedule. So I knew that if I popped on right before you and put something on there, that you would get to it either that day or the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone asked such really great questions, and there was just this awesome discourse between everyone in the group and from you. I mean, I was amazed at the amount of interaction, quite honestly. It was very supportive.
Well, sometimes, and I said this actually to another coach, like sometimes I'll go in and I'll be like, oh man, I was, booked all day, or I couldn't be in the forum. And then I'll come in and literally questions were answered by other coaches. And most of them have been there with me for seasons, or it's a new coach that's just her specialty. And she'll be like, oh, I'm a hormone coach. PM me. And I'm like, oh my God, this is what I love about this. Like, it's this non-competitive, coaches in there supporting each other, and coaches with different niches in there supporting each other, because I don't do hormones. So to be able to be in a place where it's like you have business tips, but you also have support, you also have support of people that's like, I can't get the MailChimp, I can't get the PayPal button. Tech might be somebody's issue, and then another person is really getting that confidence to go to that next place. So, I'm so happy that you found that, and that your testimonial just speaks on so many different levels of how you've used it. Thank you for taking the time today. Can you let everyone know, like, where they can find you? Instagram, Facebook, your site, everything.
Yeah, totally. Thank you. So joyherbst.com. It's JoyHerbst.com. I'm on Instagram as Joy Dances, Twitter as Joy Dancer, and on Facebook you can also find me under Joy Herbst, PernimaWomen'sHealth.com.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Seriously, it's just been awesome to talk to you today. And I really appreciate you taking the time. I know we're like breaking up a little, but
my pleasure. I can't wait to work with you more.
Well, I can't wait to see you in the spring. You're just a total blessing, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you'll have to tell me what dosh I am if I'm waking up at that time. So you'll have to hit me up with that.
For sure. Absolutely. We'll talk about doshas. Absolutely.
All right. Take it easy. Thank you so much, Joy.
My pleasure.